Alright, here we go with the beginning of the shipment. The first box we open is a tea box packed with one comic in it. The invoice says Old Man Quill #6, and what we got was Silver Surfer Black #1 second printing, which we haven't ordered, but I assume this is their supposed replacement for our factory defects from last week of the first printing. I noticed they're also soliciting a third printing on this book already, so I guess making more covers is important, not providing quality first printings on initial release date. Here's a great one where they drop the book before shipping it to us and then pack it. They packed this knowing they were sending me a defective product. Somebody dropped this thing before it even got in here, and it's so off-centered with the dust jacket that there was somebody that knew this and adjusted it accordingly. Alright, I'm not sure if this is going to come out on video. I'm going to try and get the light just right, but you can see there are tons of printing scuffs. This is not so much diamond. I mean, they should see some of this that's really bad and not send the copies out. But this is a direct shout out to Battle Cats and Mad Cave Comics, who came by all the local stores during the week of Comic Con, I should say Pop Culture Con, and introduced themselves, spent the time, gave out samples, tried to promote their books, and this is what they ship. We need to find some kind of printer control in this industry. Nobody is taking the time to try to stop these outrageous scuffs. The box opened up today is Batman Damn #3, much anticipated. How about this for a packing job? No bracing at all, nothing. Just thrown in here recklessly. So you get this. You know, it just doesn't matter. These guys are the only distributor in town, and this is what we get. They're the only distributor, period. What am I saying in town? This is the kind of packing that we expect and get every week. Actually, I went into today with a very good attitude, trying not to expect negative, trying to think positive, and this is what we get every damn week. And here's our typical careless packing on a small print title. Another 1/10 copy. Wouldn't you want to buy 10 commons to get a 1/10 that has somebody rippled the whole upper right hand of it? Not even to go into the other details on it, it's just, that's what we expect now. If there's a 1/10 that one of my customers wants and is willing to buy 10 common covers, then what we have to do is go through Diamond's mishandling of the 1/10 3 or 4 times on average, and then, yeah, they'll replace it sometimes. Other times, who knows, maybe we just have to settle for a damaged one, or I have to go buy it from some other retailer full price. Okay, box number 3. This packing job looks pretty good until you consider this was on top of this, like this, with one little minor padding like that to protect it. So we've got a teeter-totter. Where is the idiocy that went into that decision come from? How do you hire somebody that makes that kind of decision? You're pretty much doomed when you use this as your box. This box was used to pack comics in, even though it was crushed at the point it was. And so, yeah, that does affect the comics that are being put into there. And you have raised spines. And this is just one more explanation as to why we have 15% error rates on average on our shipments for the last couple months. Because they just don't give a damn. This is probably the most common bit of idiocy that happens on our packing jobs that we receive. So, comic size, small graphic novel size, on top of this. How is that going to be a good packing job? That's how that was in the box. So, of course, and it may not show on here, but you have a complete indentation along the spine and side from where that was writing a small book. And we have a long history with this title always being damaged, but they come up with new creative ways every time. Dwayne, could you give me a hand and show me how they sent us our 2 copies of Knights? Yeah, go ahead and pull that one out of there. Let's take a look at how it was affected there. Yeah, we'll go ahead and see what we have from here. How about the guy that doesn't respect his job enough to quality check a pull like this. This is so common, it's unbelievable. Well, this is how the box was upon opening. No other packing material, no attempt at even putting them into the right spot where the divider is. And we are shorted all of our previews this week. This is the second time in 6 months, but probably the 5th time in 12 months, where they short us the entire damn order form. The biggest product in our shipment, the hardest thing to overlook. This is what we deal with. This is actually not anything but a typical shipment. As you go through the boxes, we have to place the ones that are damaged upside down. This is not uncommon for our shipments. This is actually probably a pretty common shipment, but it does get tiresome. When every issue of Martian Manhunter from 1 up, the variants have all arrived damaged. All of them. It takes 2 or 3 attempts to replace this minor selling title that we end up putting so much labor into tracking and repulling that it is a break even at best. We get replacements sometimes in this form where they pack it into the next week's shipment so we can get it earlier. In this case, all 5 of our Usagi Yojimbo #1 10-copy incentive covers were shorted on the original week. And the original week is when you can sell those things. Second week on, yeah, I'm sure there's a little interest, but not at the kind of clip you can sell them for first week. So that's 5 wasted comics right there that 50 comics had to be bought to get a hold of. Theoretically get a hold of, because we can't get them from our distributor on the week of shipment. Here's our favorite diamond worker. We call him Boxy because of the box knife. Where is it this time, Dwayne? Oh yeah, okay, that's not as bad. I mean, I've seen it go into the middle of the book and all the way through the book.
Yeah,
but yeah, of course, obviously you don't want to. Go ahead and do what you just did. Show where the spine is. Because it cuts into the spine.
It cuts all the way through.
Yep, so that's the kind of shit that we go through with the Boxy. Right, so this is why image #1s don't sell for us, because we can't get them on the fucking week they're supposed to be for sale. This shit happens so much you wouldn't believe it. The packing job, again, is why this is happening.